being patched together every which way that your engineers can think of at this point. I mean, they're doing a heck of a job given the few tools that they have to work with. And it's a dire situation. I know that you've heard from everybody today about their priorities, and you keep talking about how things need to compete, and maybe next year if they don't compete this year. I totally understand. What I would ask each of you to do, though, is convey to folks in the administration that the reminder, I suppose, that the president has come to our district multiple times. He's come to the Pittsburgh area multiple times to basically take credit for the healthy state of the natural gas and related economy in Western Pennsylvania, which was confusing to some at first because he was not in office in 2010 or so when the deal for the Shell cracker plant was struck. But regardless, he never hesitates to take credit for the economic circumstances there. Yet the only reason that the Shell cracker plant is located in Western Pennsylvania today, and it's one of the largest construction sites in the entire country, is because of our inland waterway system and the excellent work that you all have done over the years to maintain that. It allows them to get the construction equipment that they need to that site. There are some pieces of this plant which basically takes ethane, the byproduct of natural gas drilling, and cracks it into industrial use plastic. There are some pieces needed to build that are so large there is no other way to get them to the site other than by floating them on the river. And last summer, as I'm sure you gentlemen are aware, Shell had to seek a special permit, basically, to get some of that equipment through when the lock was otherwise going to be closed for some of the maintenance that is required because it's so old and has never been fixed. If we could just fix it and replace it, we wouldn't continue having these problems. And so now, by your own forecasts, the Montgomery lock has a 50% chance of failure in the next few years, which could shut down this construction site entirely. There are 6,500 people working in construction jobs on this site at this moment. The county in which that project is located, Beaver County, saw 6% economic growth last year because of this project, far outpacing any other county in Western Pennsylvania. It's one of the greatest economic developments we've had in quite some time, and it is all at risk because we can't update locks that are nearly 100 years old at this point, and which everyone agrees need to be fixed. Somehow, these projects did not make it into OMB's budget this year. I can't understand why, if you are considering economic development benefits or economic benefits of any kind, one of the largest construction sites in the country that has produced 6% economic growth in its home county and created 6,500 jobs would not have enough of an economic benefit to qualify. But that, there are reasons for that go beyond me. I just want you to convey to folks in the administration that these two positions are inconsistent. It is inconsistent to come to our area and take credit for the economic growth when you refuse to take action on one of the ingredients that is essential to the economic growth, both now and going forward. There are other companies that want to build similar plants right along the river. There are manufacturing companies that want to take advantage of the plastic industrial feedstock to make things, and they will hesitate to do so if our infrastructure is not fixed. So please do convey that. The question that I have for you in my remaining time is that we have been told that, I believe it was the Olmsted project, when it was done, in order to complete it quickly and efficiently, they adjusted the percentages of the Inland Waterway Trust Fund cost share to have a lower percentage and a higher percentage from general government spending. Am I correct about that? That they might have adjusted it to 85-15?
Yes, you are correct.
Would a similar change be possible for the Upper Ohio project when its turn comes around, given the importance of it and how long we have waited to get it done quickly and efficiently?
I really can't say yes or no, but I will say that the reason Olmsted got that reduction in cost share was that it had drained this country long enough. We were trying to get it finished, and that was the main reason. I mean, 20-plus years to build a lock dam is a little ridiculous when we built 17 of them in the upper Mississippi River in 10 years, in the 20s and 30s. So that was the main reason on that one. I think we are going to have, challenges with our lock dams, inland lock dam systems because of the funding stream. I do think we're going to run into that.
I appreciate that, and I'm over my time. I just want to say, by way of yielding, that we have increased all of the relevant accounts in the past year, and yet this project still was not included. So the ball is very much in the administration's court, and I hope you'll convey that. Thank you very much, and thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Lamb. Ms. C.B. Johnson, you're recognized.